What's up everyone? Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Before we begin, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon. We're posting 4 videos every day, so make sure to check back every single day. We've just hit 20k subscribers, so thank you all so much. Let's get to 30k and get a deal in the description if you haven't already. Plenty of free crypto and goodies down there. This is not financial advice. Welcome to Crypto Maximalist. Let's begin. What's up guys, so just before we begin, make sure to hit the subscribe and the bell icon. People aren't seeing our content and this is probably because you haven't hit the bell icon. Thank you again for all your support. The algorithm is slamming a lot of content creators right now, so we really appreciate all your support. And we're so proud of the amazing community that we built, so make sure to jump into the Telegram and the free Discord. So we're just taking a look at Elrond here, and as we can see, the price action obviously on a macro time frame looking very bullish indeed. This massive run up at the start of the bull run last year. Basically coming in at around, what did we start at here? Down at around, we're in November 2020 when the bull run really started to pick up at around $7. Elrond runs up to an all-time high of around $250. So we're doing a 30 or a 40x there in the space of, what was this, 3 or 4, 5 months maybe? Obviously a massive gain. You can see here, obviously we had that big correction down from $250 down to around $50 here. This is where we pulled our Fibonacci levels in. Once we had that clear swing high and swing low of the all-time high, and that local bottom, you can actually see the inverted head and shoulders kind of pattern here as well with the breakout target. You know, once you broke this neckline here, you can see Elrond ran all the way up to that basically an all-time high pretty damn quick, didn't it? So obviously Elrond, a really bullish ecosystem in general. A lot of people saying they do think this could potentially be, you know, one of the next biggest layer 1 smart contract platforms, obviously with the market cap right now down at around $4 billion. In comparison to potentially, you know, Solana and Avalanche, which are up at 20, 30, 40, $50 billion market caps. I mean, we could easily see a 10x for Elrond from this current price, taking it up to around, you know, we'd essentially be up at around $2,000 per token then, wouldn't we? Which doesn't seem that ridiculous when you consider, you know, the kinds of moves that Avalanche, Phantom, Near, Solana, as we said, and potentially, you know, other smart contract platforms like Harmony could be making this year. We do think Phantom is probably next on the list as well for a really big move in 2022. You can see, you know, once you do start to get those ecosystems being fleshed out for these smart contract platforms, they do tend to do really well. We've seen it, you know, especially for Avalanche. Solana obviously had the NFT boom on its platform, which is why it had such a big move to the upside. Basically in around, what was it, September, October last year. We've seen a similar thing for Avalanche and all the DeFi that we've seen on there, particularly with Wonderland Time, obviously being a really big project on that platform. It's seen about $2 or $3 billion of TVL in just Wonderland Time alone, which is obviously a massive amount of money. And we can see here, you know, Elrond, it's had a massive pump, all-time high to $550. Currently down at around $200 right now, in and around that psychological level. You can see we're down like 60, 70% from the all-time high. So the entry point for Elrond, if you wanted to get into it, is getting better and better all the time. And as we said, at around $3 or $4 billion market cap right now, I think this could easily see a 10x in 2022 in the remainder of the bull run, in our opinion, just because of the sheer amount of projects that are probably going to start launching on Elrond once it does start to flesh its ecosystem out. Obviously, I mean, you can see the pump that it got just from the Maya exchange alone. We basically, if we take a look at the chart here, you can see we're in and around, what was this? That period of the market when, you know, Bitcoin was starting to look bearish on around the 10th of November. And you can see here we had that one last little plunge to the downside, but with the launch of the Maya exchange here, we had Elrond run from around, what was this, $300, almost doing a 2x in the space of 3 or 4 days, up to around $550 here. So pretty clear there was a huge amount of demand for Elrond. Basically, once it was, you know, launching something on its platform, and I can imagine that once we do start to see a lot more different kinds of DeFi being launched on Elrond, obviously we'll get the all those multi-chain RVs, etc. All these kinds of money maker markets. Once we do start to see these being launched on Elrond, we do think the price is going to start to do really well. You can see here from a technical perspective that we have still been stuck under this resistance here. Every single time we've touched this resistance, we have actually been rejected so far. And we've actually come down to that swing low all the way down at $177 there on the 078. Coming back down into our Fibonacci retracement levels, not the extensions. But in our opinion, you know, Elrond here, it's looking like it's getting pretty damn overextended to the downside at this point. And sooner or later, we'll probably come down. Maybe we'll double bottom, back test this area here, form a W bottom like this, back test that 078 level. And then beyond that, once we see the breakout here, we can imagine we'd easily be coming back up towards the, that previous all-time high of $250 being a big psychological target now. And then obviously beyond that, getting back inside this range here would be really good to see. The range we were consolidating in for a good while, getting back above this resistance inside the range and then getting that continuation to the upside. So in terms of short-term price predictions, as we said, if we roll over, we would expect the 078 level here around $176 to hold as support, basically doing something like this, that double bottom back test and getting the breakout. And obviously if we do get the breakout heading to the upside, as we said, we'd strongly expect getting back into that range, $225 being the target of that previous support turned into resistance. And then beyond that, obviously we want to be getting back up above, up through our, all these key levels that we have made previously, getting back up to the 127 at $375 and then the all-time high at $550. So we think Elrond, it's really been under the cosh recently. It's not been doing very well in the past month or so, obviously rolling over and rolling over. But we do think once the ecosystem does start to get fleshed out, it's going to start to do, similar things we would expect as a Phantom. Obviously Harmony 1 looking like it wants to be at a new all-time high right now as well. And if that's the case at Elrond, then, we could be looking at new all-time highs over the next few months. And then with a long-term price prediction, obviously, as we said, we do think $2,000, a 10x for Elrond, very, very possible, considering the performance of very similar platforms like for Avalanche and Solana, for example. And we do have that 227 extension at $1,700, so that would have a fairly decent confluence with that price target. So I'd like to thank everyone so much for their support. If you've got any questions or suggestions, please leave them down below and don't forget to subscribe and then hit the real subscribe button, which is the bell icon, to stay up to date with 4 videos we post every single day. Remember, if you want to support the channel more directly and get a ton of benefits and insight, as well as joining our growing community, consider the Patreon or YouTube membership down below. There are 3 tiers giving you access to our private Discord. Crypto Supporter is available if you just want to help us out a small amount. Crypto Maximalist is our main tier, which gives you access to detailed daily technical analysis and signals, weekly and monthly coin calls, and insights into our personal moves, while Maximalist Gold takes it a step further, giving you an insight into our personal portfolio tracker, super low cap gem research, and a 100x portfolio we're constructing and updating, and access to us personally as a resource to discuss your portfolio via Messenger. Make sure to check it out. You can also sign up to our free Telegram and public Discord via the description as well. All the links are in the description for affiliate links for discounts and free crypto, so go check them all out below. There's plenty of goodness on offer. Please like and subscribe. We are Crypto Maximalists.